Good afternoon. I almost said good morning there, Candace.
Oh.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we're live. Let me just check on my phone.
Okay, so it's a good time to log on. We're just going to get all our devices sorted out here. So for those of you who are online already, just give us a few moments. Let's just make sure everyone can just have a few moments just to log on. And then we will get right into today's conversation. So how are you doing, Leroy?
No, good. Healthy and well.
I know you were. Oh, that's good. So you say you've been recovering well from the flu.
It's been a tough week. But yeah, finishing got antibiotics. So yeah, should be better in the next couple of days. And
that's
yourself?
Good. Yes, I'm also good. You know, I also had the flu for about a week and a half or so. So it's also been a tough time. But I'm also feeling much better. Energy's back. I started exercising again, doing my aerobics since yesterday. So I'm telling you, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling energetic. You wouldn't even say I had a week and a half off. I'm telling you, I was on fire this morning, eh?
Is it? Okay, all right. I'm gonna start running next week. I'll start with my 5K with Alistair, and then yeah. So next week is my week to start exercising. Guys, who can we see who's online? I see we've got 5 people. Let's go on here. I'm gonna start running next week. I'll start with my 5K. Yes. Okay, so we've got 6 people on here, Candace. So guys, what we are gonna do today we just want to have a chat, just find out. We're gonna answer any questions that you have, anything around property, anything that you'd like us to answer. We'll see if we can answer those questions. So we don't have a specific topic today. We'll just be answering. I'd actually like to hear what Candace is busy with. Bongs is online. Hi, Bongs. How are you, my brother? So Bongs is online. Who else? Guys, say hi. Tell us where you're logging in from. So we're just going to have a general chat around what's happening, what deals we're looking at, what deals Candace is looking at. So we're all interested to find out what's happening in Candace's life and what deals she's looking at. Okay?
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I'm also looking forward to having this conversation. I know you've also been busy with a few projects, and I think it will be good just to have a general chat around what's happening and what opportunities we are busy assessing and what are some of our thoughts, and also obviously our listeners out there, what you've been working on. And hi, Harp. I see Harp is also giving us a shout out. It's good to see you.
Harp, how's it, my sister?
Thanks for joining us. I'm sure you know, Harp, you're going to be joining us on one of these Get Property Wise chats soon, hey? Yes. So I hope you're getting yourself ready for that.
All the way from the UK. Pratiksha, am I pronouncing it properly? Pratiksha. Vinny, how are you, my brother? Okay, good stuff, guys. Good. Okay, so Candace, what you looking at? What deals are you looking at? Where are they? What strategy is it?
So Leroy, one of the things, so obviously I made a decision just to observe the market over the last couple of months, because we know the COVID impact has had a significant impact on the property market as well. And even though I know some estate agents were sharing that they've been doing deals over the last couple of months, we know the market definitely slowed down a bit, but we have been seeing that there's been more activity that started picking up. So it's good to see that there's more activity picking up, not just from a buying perspective, but also from a rental perspective. So I think that's good. So the numbers are starting to look positive again. So what I said to myself was, as far as deals are concerned, I actually just want to see, because, as we heard from Michelle from TPN, she mentioned to us that their reporting gets updated about every 3 months or so, as far as sales are concerned for that previous period. So I'm actually waiting for this end of July to see what the reporting is going to look like from a market valuation perspective, because I think it will be good to see, in terms of how properties are being valuated at this stage, the areas that I'm looking at the moment, to see if there's been a bit of a dip, to see if it's kind of been stagnant, or to see if it's kind of gone up a little bit. So I think it will be interesting to see those statistics and just see what the market valuations are looking at. At the moment, I'm focusing on Ekurhuleni. So that's been my focus now for the last 2 years. For those of you who may be international listeners, so Ekurhuleni is really based in the eastern part of Johannesburg. So it's still within the Gauteng province of South Africa, but it's more on the eastern side of eastern part of Johannesburg. And yourself, Leroy, what is your feel for the market at this stage? Do you feel you're ready to start doing deals again? Or do you feel you still want to give it some more time, just monitor, assess, and see what's happening?
Look, I was waiting for, because I was busy with, remember when I finished this project in Boksburg, we started tenanting, and then COVID came in and it was lockdown, so we didn't have any tenants in February. So that I was just focusing on basically getting this building full.
Yes.
For the last few months. So that's been my focus, getting this building full. And with new tenants moving in, there's been a lot of snags, geysers, water pressure, small things that we need to fix out when coming through windows. So for the last 2-3 months, I've basically just been focusing on this one project and getting it full, making sure all the tenants are happy. And I must say that even though it was locked down, it's almost full. Like we've got like over 20 tenants in.
That's awesome. Well done. That's awesome. That's good news.
Yeah, so that's been on. And the other properties, we've just had to make a few arrangements with tenants. So my main thing was getting this one building full and just working with the tenants, payment plans, but fortunately now, praise God, everyone's paying now. Everyone's paying their full rent. So the building's almost full. So now I'm looking at other deals. There's actually a deal in Boksburg, which the bank actually told me about, which is it's a commercial property, but it could be over 50 flats, 2-bed flats. Okay. So they told me about it. The same company that financed this building. So they were supposed to come out this week to look at the building, and so they can look at that building as well.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, man.
So one of the things, we obviously also had the affordable housing development projects that we've been working on. So, I mean, we were going to start now in August. Can you believe it? If COVID didn't hit us, we would have started the projects now in August. So obviously we've had to put those projects on hold. And what that has meant is that those projects will potentially move to early next year. But of course, now how COVID has actually impacted us at this stage is that now we need to go back to our plans because the market has been impacted. So we obviously now need to take into account that some people have obviously lost their jobs. We also have to take into account that some people's salaries could have taken a little bit of a dip. So what you were anticipating, a little bit before COVID-19, and of course, what you are now thinking of how you're planning to actually leverage those strategies, you're going to have, we have to take a different approach now. So on some of the strategies, we are planning to change strategies completely in terms of what we were going to focus on. And then, of course, on some of the strategies, we have to take into account what the impact has been on the market. So for us, the next couple of months is very critical because we need to see what impact, the situation has had on the market so that we can make sure that when we start those development projects, we obviously start the right projects, and there will be demand for the type of properties that we are planning to develop from that perspective. So yeah, it's an exciting journey. A lot of delays, but at the same time, I do believe it's also an opportunity for us just to, make sure that we really get all the information in place, as far as our due diligence is concerned, and just reassessing the markets and see what's happening. So it's just, we're basically just going through a period now of re-strategizing and also just planning as far as those projects are concerned. So yeah, exciting stuff. I'm looking forward. I can't wait to get started.
So, well, that's a huge project, eh? That's a huge one.
Yeah, so it is. I mean, we've identified 2 main projects. So the one we've identified is in Germiston area. And there we were looking at putting in place the plus minus 600 units that we were focusing on there. And that would be more for your low to middle income earners. And then we were looking at doing, we were going to go into that deal together as JV partners for the Boksburg opportunity. And so those were the 2 main projects that we were going to get started with as far as this timeline was concerned, the August period. But now, of course, with what's happened, we now need to obviously re-strategize, and we now need to see how we can move some of those projects forward to early next year. So yeah, it is massive. I mean, it's sometimes I still, I have to pinch myself just to, determine if it's really happening, if it's going to happen. But I'm up for the challenge, and I think all of the last couple of years have been preparation, and I believe now is the right time to move into that next level and make a success of it.
Awesome. So guys, Candice is focusing on these huge projects. I'm focusing on the smaller ones, but the smaller 30-40, those small little blocks of flats. That's what I like. And you guys are probably saying, some of you that know us are probably saying, guys, but you guys are brother and sister. Why aren't you doing it together? Yeah, so guys, we are business partners, but we don't do everything together. Candice, we you know how it is with brother and sister. We fight a lot and we disagree on a lot.
He fights a lot.
Candice is stubborn, so sometimes we disagree and we go our own ways.
Yeah. So I think, it's important. I mean, like Leroy says, just on a serious note. So yes, we do our individual projects, but there are a few deals that we do together.
Your line is a bit bad, Candice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you not hear me? Okay, let me just try and see here. Let me know when you can hear me.
I can hear you now.
Okay,
so you guys give us a thumbs up if you can hear. I can hear you.
Okay, great. Sorry about that. Must probably just be in the line. Okay, so what was I saying? So I was just saying, yeah, so some of the opportunities out there. So we've got Property Pick, which is our business venture. And of course, there are a few opportunities even now that we've identified that we can do together. But we have our own goals. So Leroy's got his own family with his own goals. I've got my own goals. So there will always be opportunities for us to work together, but there will also be, other deals where we will do things, and his focus is different. So Leroy's more focused on inner city development, and that's his focus at this time. And, my focus is slightly different. I'm not just looking at inner city development opportunities. I'm also looking at, some of the development opportunities that we can take on in some of the suburban areas here in the Gauteng region. So I think that's really where the main difference is, and hence the reason why I think we're also doing things, differently at this time.
We've got let's see. We can hear both of you. Okay, so we've got. So guys, let us know in the comment section what deals you are busy with. So if you're busy with a deal, in the comment section, Harp, what you're doing in the UK, let us know what's happening in the UK. Vinny, Pratishka, Bongs, what type of properties are you guys looking at now? Vinny says, is it ideal to invest in student accommodation during this period? Interesting one, student accommodation, eh?
So personally for me, I was also busy working on a few opportunities as far as that's concerned, Vanny, but I've decided that that's not going to be my focus anymore. And one of the reasons for that is because we don't know, how severe this impact is going to continue throughout the next couple of months. And as far as we know, there are lots of students who are working from home at the moment. I know we've got some family members, they're doing a lot of their courses online, their classes are being done online. So a lot of that work is actually moved to online. So they've got the flexibility to work from, to work from their homes. So I'm sure that people who have student accommodation at this stage have definitely been impacted by that. I can only assume. I'm not too sure what the impact has been, but I can definitely tell you there's been some impact there. So for me, I think it's important that the strategies that you are considering from a multi-let perspective make sure that you will be able to collect your rent during this period. I think that's important. We need to make sure that whatever strategies we are considering, that we will be able to actually collect rent. Because if you think about it, some of the student accommodation deals have been affected, as well as some of the Airbnb deals have been affected. I mean, so, you know, not everyone's able to collect rent across the Airbnb strategies as well. So just make sure whatever you are considering, you will be able to collect income at this stage.
This is actually interesting one. Thanks, Candice. Funny. I think now would potentially be a good time to look at these deals, because a lot of the landlords might be struggling. And obviously, I think that which I believe it will be this year, when we get out of lockdown, we get to level 1 or level 0, or wherever it is, students will obviously have to return back to the university. And before COVID, I think we had a shortage of about close to 500,000 beds in South Africa, student accommodation. That was before COVID. And now, I think next year, what we probably will have is a lot of the students that won't finish this year will be back next year. So I think you might even have a bigger demand for student accommodation next year. I think so. So I think all the students will still look for beds next year. So if you are looking at, you can look at distressed landlords. But as Candice says, make sure that if that property doesn't work on student accommodation, that you could be able to rent it out as flats, or potentially rent it out as a multi-let, or whatever it is. But I think student accommodation there'll still be a demand for it. I don't think everything will be able to move online as quickly. The universities wouldn't be able, and I think even the students come from various parts of the country, rural areas, townships, and Wi-Fi is not always that great there. So a lot of them will still want to stay close to the universities. So
yes, I agree with. So Leroy, thanks for that. And I definitely agree with you. So I think there will always be an opportunity for student accommodation. But the point is more around, if you are considering going into a deal today, as far as student accommodation is concerned, make sure that you are able to convert that strategy into another income generating strategy. So like one of the things that you mentioned is just to make sure that you may be able to rent it out, you know, just to your normal professionals, or maybe just to your family. Make sure you're able to rent out those units at this stage so that you can still collect some rental income, because the strategy has been affected. So we just need to make sure that we can at least collect some sort of income, so when the situation turns around again, you can easily convert it back into student accommodation. So I think that's just the important thing. You don't want to get a building now or a property now and put in place student accommodation, and then it stays vacant, you know, until COVID is over and students are back at varsity. So you just want to make sure that during this period, however long it's going to be, and I hope, Leroy, it's going to be before the end of the year, that we get out of this situation. And then, of course,
get out of this thing. It's boring now. We need to get out. We need to live our lives. Life needs to go on. Harp says, Candice, Harp says process of refinancing 2 properties and looking for deals in the north, Newcastle. Just gave a property to the council for 1 year. That's £12,000. What's that in rands? What's the pound now, Harp?
The exchange rate is, I think it's about 20 to 22, isn't it? If someone's got if someone knows what the Rand pound exchange rate is now, can you quickly just tell us so that we can just understand it from a Rand's perspective, Harp?
So yeah, we're still thinking in rands here, and so that's 12,000. No, 1,250. That's 20 to 1. Okay. All right. So how much is that? It's about close to 25, 30,000 a month. Nice one, Harp.
That's a good one, Harp. Well done, hey?
Soon we'll be joining in the UK. Andrew and Dave keeps on saying, come to the UK, come to the UK.
Now I'm telling you, Leroy, my plan, I've put it out there, and I'm telling you it's going to happen in the next year. Okay, so I'm talking about before the next year, the next 12 months is over and done with. I'm telling you, I would have already bought a property in the UK. And Harp, you're going to have to help us get started there, hey? So you're going to have to help us get started. And I think it would be good to actually also get Harp onto this call. I have previously spoken to her about it. But for those of you who are listening, you know, we've known each other for a couple of years now. We actually got connected via property education that the UK actually introduced into the South African market some couple of years ago. And Rich Dad Education was also involved in that. So through the network, we've been able to connect and we are collaborating at the moment. But one of the things I said to her was that as part of Property Pick, we also want to, you know, make some international deals, opportunities available to some of our investors locally who are maybe thinking that the South African market is a bit of a risk as far as investing is concerned, and they maybe want to move some of their monies into international markets and start earning in stronger currencies. So I think, Harp, it's definitely going to be a good opportunity for us to actually have you on, or one of your team on our Get Property Wise, where we can just talk about the opportunities in the market and how South Africans can potentially get started, and what role your company specifically plays in terms of helping South African and other international investors get started in the UK. So let us know what your thoughts are on that. But for those of you who are listening, I think just share with us, would you consider going into a different market and perhaps the UK market as far as property investing is concerned? Are some of you thinking just to keep all of your ducks here in South Africa, or are you thinking of diversifying and actually getting properties in different regions, you know, and even going internationally? So I think, yeah, just share your views. And what are your views? I mean, Leroy, so you talk about the UK market. Is that a goal for you that you're also planning to pursue in the future?
Yeah, yes, definitely. Obviously, you want to diversify into a different currency, get paid in a stronger currency. It wouldn't be bad to get paid in pounds and live in rand. So definitely, I've been thinking about it for quite a few years. But I think when Andrew and Lawrence and Dave and them all look, they've been doing it for a long time. And then I just thought to myself, it was way out of my comfort zone. Thinking of a property in the UK. I've never even been to the UK. But now I'm a bit more open to it because I realized that you don't actually need to be there. You can buy a property from here without seeing it. There's teams set up there that can do your refurbishments. There's managing agents, attorneys that can transfer it. You can open bank accounts. I think you need to be there to open a bank account. You need to be there to open a bank account, eh?
Yeah.
And
but
I mean, and manage it. So I'm more open to it now than what I was a few years ago.
Awesome. I'm happy to hear that, because you know our comfort zones equal our income zones, hey? Yes. So it's important. We have to push ourselves and get out of our comfort zones. And sometimes, you know, that's what I've learned. I mean, even on some of these deals. So Leroy was exaggerating a bit. I mean, I'm not only looking at these big deals, but I am definitely looking at the big deals as well. So I'm also looking at the smaller deals. So it's really, there's some mixed use strategies that I've incorporated into my goals at this stage. But what I also said to myself was that it's important for us also to push ourselves. Like, we have to get out of our comfort zone. So if we want to start, you know, earning better income as far as our property deals are concerned, sometimes we're going to have to, you know, get out of the norm of what we used to and also start, you know, looking at other opportunities. And I think, Leroy, we're actually very blessed because we've got a good network of people that we've managed to, you know, connect with and engage with over the last couple of years, including Harp and some of our other friends in the UK. And I think we are actually in a very good position because you've managed to build up a good network of people and also other property investors who are doing bigger deals, who are more successful than what we have been. So I think there's always that opportunity to also learn and also to connect. So whenever you have a bit of a situation where, you know, you're not quite sure how to move forward on it, you can always tap into that network and get some support there. So I think we're quite fortunate to have a good network.
You know what I'm thinking about, Candace, now? Remember, Harp got us into speaking and doing the presentation. Harp, you remember that? Remember how nervous?
Get onto this call now. Wish you could join us.
Remember, and Sylvia was supposed to do the reviews, and then I came in, and Harp pushed us to. So Harp actually pushed us to. We used to do the Rich Dad presentations. and Harp was the one that pushed us to do, and she was listening to us and
yes.
talking and telling us how to speak and how to put our presentations together. So
Yes,
so thank you, Harp. Hey?
No, yes, no, thank you. That's ditto from my side. I think, Harp, and I know I've said it to you before, but I don't think I can ever stop saying thank you to you, because you played such a strategic role, you know, early in our journeys. And if it wasn't for Harp, everyone really pushing us to get out of our comfort zones, because it wasn't something we were used to. I mean, we'd never done it before, talking to large groups of people and educating them in the areas of property. So Leroy started a little bit earlier than me, and I joined him eventually. I was still really pushing, you know, and but Harp said to me, come on, you need to get yourself, you know, into it. And she really supported me and helped me with, like Leroy said, she helped us with our presentations and all of that. So I think I really will be forever grateful, because as a result of that, now I'm able to take on bigger platforms. Hey, Harp.
No, I did catch one. Robert Kiyosaki was here, I think it was 2015. I actually shared that on Facebook. The memory came up today on Facebook. And Harp said, listen, remember we were there with mine, and Harp said, listen.
Yes, and Ma was crying.
There was 3,000 people there with Robert Kiyosaki and the Santa Convention Center, 3,000 people. And she said, go, get up and tell your story.
Yeah.
Shoo. Yeah, so, and I think that was where it started. Eh? So Harp, thanks for that. God bless.
And your mother was still crying that day, Leroy. Oh, she couldn't believe it. You on the stage with Robert, sharing a stage with Robert Kiyosaki. She just thought, oh my goodness, finally I can have a little bit of a break here. This young man has given me hardship for years, and see now the fruit of my lips.
Guys, if you got any questions, I think we're almost on half an hour. What are you guys investing in? What questions do you have? Let us know.
Yeah, so I think let's just make sure. So I've also shared a watch party. So I think whilst everyone is maybe getting that ready, Leroy, maybe we can just, for all our newcomers, just tell them a little bit about Property Pick and also our cash flow game. So I will talk a bit about Property Pick, and then maybe you can share in the cash flow game if that's good with you.
Okay.
Okay, so great. So everyone, for those of you who are maybe joining us for the first time, and those of you who are not too familiar with Property Pick, so Get Property Wise is really an initiative of Property Pick. And Property Pick is an online investment property platform where we connect sellers and investors. So basically connecting investors to sellers and to good investment property type deals. So we are a niche platform. We don't just sell any type of property. So it really needs to be a property that's going to be an investment opportunity for an investor, because that's what we're looking for as investors. We're looking for good investment opportunities. And when Leroy and I started our journey, it was very difficult, you know, finding the good deals. Sometimes it took a lot of time. It took a lot of financial resources to tap into those good deals. And we really wanted to put a platform in place where we would be able to help other investors not necessarily have to, you know, spend all that time and energy trying to find the good deals, but rather through the platform, we're able to connect other investors to those good deals. So please check it out. If you are an investor today, if you are looking for investment properties to get started in, then really it's a good platform for you to look at. Our deals really range from about 200K and they go up into the millions, just depending on what type of investor you are and also what your strategies are. So we've got vacant land, we've got residential, we've got commercial, we've got properties as far as mixed use strategies are concerned as well. So tap onto the connect onto the platform, and you would be able to start taking advantage of those opportunities. Of course, you'll need to subscribe, and you'll see under the subscribe page, there are various options. So depending on who you are and what your option is, have a look at that. We're also working on a lot of cool new stuff as far as our platform is concerned. So you're going to see in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be launching some new package options for you, which will really add more value to our existing subscribers as well as new subscribers. So check that out. Stay connected to us on our social media platforms, and we will be sharing with you soon. So, and also remember, we also have a power team that we are able to introduce you to. Initially, when we started the platform, we decided that we were just going to allow any Power Team member to subscribe to the platform. But we've since had a change of heart. We believe that it's important for us to make sure we actually vet all our Power Team members. So you'll find that the Power Team members that are on there have been vetted by us. We are still working on other Power Team members. So we're comfortable as Property Pick that when you start engaging with those companies, we know that you can expect a good service from them because we've personally vetted them. So check our Power Team up. You'll see Uber Home Loans is on there as well. We've got Kenyani Maintenance Company on there as well. We've got what are the other companies that we have on there, Leroy, so far? Accountants.
Accountants and tax specialists on there. We've got the attorneys are coming on now. We in agreement with attorneys. Yeah, so there's quite a few Power Team members on there, and we'll be adding more as time goes. So check that out, guys. Use their services, and yeah, so that's good. And then also,
yeah, sorry.
No, go for it.
I just said, are you going to tell them about tomorrow?
Yeah. Okay, guys. And what we also did, we've got a weekly cash flow game, the Rich Dad cash flow game, which we play online. That's super interesting playing that game. So we have it every Thursday at 7 o'clock, where we log on onto Zoom, and we all play the game together online with Zukile Vokwana, who's a entrepreneur. He's an expert. He's been playing the game for 20 years. And the game is so powerful because what it does is it's like real life scenarios, like in business and properties and cash flow, and it teach you how to work with your income statement and your balance sheet. So it's powerful. So we're enjoying it. We've been playing it for the last month now, 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's powerful, guys. It's so interesting. And I think the best way to learn, I think, is to go out and do it yourself. The second best way to learn is to play a game. Eh? I think then you retain most of the information. So guys, join us. Hit us up in the comment section. Put your email address down if you want to join us, and then we'll send you the Zoom link, and you can join us every Thursday, 7 o'clock, for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, where we play the cash flow game. Powerful.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Leroy. I see we've got a question here. So yeah, Hap was also just reminiscing on some of the things that we've said, and yeah, so thanks for that, Hap. But we've got a question here from Vinny, and he's saying, I'm working on a multi-let for young professionals or student accommodation, and my strategy is installment sale agreement. Okay, so I'm just assuming, Vinny, that's just a note, a comment. So you're just sharing with us what you're currently working on. So that's great. So I think it's good. So not to say that you mustn't look at student accommodation, but just make sure that you'll be able to at least leverage another strategy at this stage that can also bring in some income. So
nice one.
Okay.
Vinny.
Yeah, so all the best with that, the multi-let as well as the student accommodation that you're working on there. Great stuff. Well done. And anyone else want to share anything? Maybe you've got some questions on some of the deals that you're working on, and you maybe just want to ask some general questions. I see Stevens is online here as well. Stevens, any news from your side? What's new? He's been joining us almost every week, so it would be good to also hear from him. Bongs as well. Bongs, you've also been online almost every week, so tell us, we want to hear from you as well. What's happening on your side, or is it just, just busy monitoring, observing, and getting some knowledge at this stage? Tell us what's happening.
It seems like we don't have any more questions here.
Okay, let's just see.
Okay, guys, so the deals that we're looking at, what we'll do is we'll come once we've closed the deal from our side. We'll come maybe in a couple of weeks. We'll come show you a few pictures and show you a few numbers and show you what we're doing from our side. But I think if there's no more questions, Candace, then I think we're over. It's about 35 minutes now.
Yeah. So Leroy, just one more thing, sorry. So I think you actually raised a good point there. So I think maybe, you know, for some of the people who are starting out, you said that we will be sharing some deal opportunities with them. I think maybe we should really try and prioritize that, because then we can also share with them how we actually came across the opportunities and how we actually pursued them. Because I mean, you've also just completed, you know, your inner city residential building in the Boksburg area. So I think it would also be good, you know, maybe just to get a few key insights or key pointers that we can maybe also just share with people who are maybe still in the, you know, early stages of their property investing, and how they can potentially move to that next level. So what are some of the things that they need to do today in order to get to that next level? So what did you do to get to that next level? What am I doing? You know, that type of thing. So I think let's just also work on some of that. So just share with us if you think that's going to help you, everyone. So Bong says he's actually in the UK. Okay, I thought he was based here in SA. Okay, so he says he's actually currently based in the UK. So that's awesome. So Bong, you're also taking advantage of the opportunities there in the UK market.
So you can connect with Harp. Get Harp's details, and maybe
Yes.
you can Harp and them are doing amazing things in the UK. So if you want to connect with Harp is online. Maybe, or what you can do is maybe send us an inbox with your email or your contact details, and what we can do is we can maybe forward it to Harp and send Harp your details as well.
Yes, I think that would be good. But yeah, we'll definitely get Harp onto one of our chats soon, and then she can share with us some of the opportunities that they have in the UK and how they can help some South African and other international investors get started. But I think that's it from my side, Leroy.
I think Stephen says he's busy with multi. Yes, Stephen, that quote is
great.
We had to get the plan, so the plans is there. So now the quote is coming for one of the multi-lets which he found on Property Pick. So what happened is Stevens found this multi-let on Property Pick. We got out our team to look at it, but then our builder got COVID and his family, so he was out for a week or two, and we were waiting for the plan. So the plans is in, so we'll get the quote to you ASAP.
Awesome. And then we've got another question. So thanks. So Bongs has also just said to us that he's just waiting and getting knowledge. So he's busy learning from these types of opportunities, and he still feels the prices will be coming down. So the property prices will be coming down further when the COVID impact hits. So he's still expecting some more opportunities there. So definitely I agree with you, Bong, sorry. I definitely agree with you. I think across markets, we're going to be seeing some more prices coming down there. And it's also positive for us because in South Africa, our interest rates have been further reduced. So last week it came down a little bit more. So I think we're currently sitting on 7%, if I remember.
Yeah.
The prime rate. Yeah, the prime rate is currently at 7% in South Africa. So for us, that is really good. We haven't seen this type of interest rates in a very long time. So yeah, so definitely an opportunity to get into the market. Just make sure that whatever strategies you are considering, you have at least 2 exit strategies, and make sure that you will be able to collect some rental income, you know, during this time as you are considering your various strategies.
Yeah, and I would when I run my numbers, I would still run it as if the interest rate didn't change, as if it was still on 10.5, because
for sure
stay this low. It'll probably go up. We're not sure, a year or two, but it'll definitely go back up. So run your numbers on as is, the interest rate hasn't changed, and see if it works on that. So, but I think that's it, guys. So thanks for logging in. Anything else, Candice, before we?
No, I'm good. I just look forward to seeing everyone on the cash flow game tomorrow. Join us, and come and play the game with us. It's really fun, like Leroy said, and it's really, you get to learn about, you know, investing and also about the different asset classes. So it's really an awesome game to play. So come and join us. Okay, awesome, guys, and check out the website, Property Pick. Subscribe, deals. Yeah, as Candice said, we've got exciting things. Our developers are working on changing a few of the subscriptions. So in the next week or two, we'll have a few more subscription options for you. So check out the website. There's deals on there. There's Power Team members on there.
God bless you. Thank you, Candace. Nice background. I see you starting to figure out how it's working.
Awesome.
There.
Yeah, great stuff.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Keep well. God bless you. Bye-bye.